Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a few clips from the Fat Positive Therapist, one of which she says don't use the word flattering, that's just another word for thin, and I don't care about looking thin. In one of the bonus clips, she's going to go on to say that Taylor Swift's struggles with the restrictive ED are not nearly as valid as her struggles with obesity. Being fat is way harder than what you've gone through. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of unrelated bonus clips. I recently made it to 50,000 subscribers, and I just want to take a moment real quick to thank each and every one of you for subscribing and coming back week after week to watch these videos. I absolutely appreciate the hell out of you. Now we're on the road to 100K, baby. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. She's going to be responding to this comment that reads, "I am sorry, but that is not flattering at all." How dare you talk about my sweater like that?
I wanted to respond to this comment because I think it's a learning opportunity.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Flattering is just a fancy word for thin or skinny or shapely in a way that is leaning towards the male gaze.
Is it? Is it really? Is it really all of those things? And I don't think I've met somebody that wasn't riddled with personal issues that used the phrase male gaze. That's appealing to the male gaze. It sounds like you have a lot of issues around men. What was your relationship with your father like? I'll be the therapist here. Thank you.
I have no interest in looking thin. I have no interest in attracting the male gaze. So, and a lot of us don't.
So you've just given up on sexual reproduction as a whole. Okay, that's not alarming or weird. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you if you are giving up on sexual reproduction, but it's not typically the sign of somebody that's healthy and happy. Look at the look on her face. I don't care about appealing to the male gaze. Okay, why do you look so angry? To act like somebody doesn't care about being attractive to the opposite sex or whatever sex that they're attracted to, it's silly. I don't care about being attractive to anybody, even if I'm attracted to them. I don't care if they find me attractive. That's a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Maury Povich reference.
And also, if you're going to go on the internet to tell people that they don't look good, you should really reevaluate your own self-worth.
Yeah, it's not nice to go and criticize the way that people look, but they did say it in just about the nicest way possible. They're like, that's not flattering at all. They didn't call you any sort of names or anything. I think that's why it hurts more, right? Because they weren't trying to be mean, they were just being honest. Yep, you didn't affect her at all. See that smile? That's a real genuine smile. Alright, so this person is clearly riddled with personal issues, so it's hilarious that they're a therapist, right? The average person is riddled with personal issues, and that prevents them from seeing the world as it truly is. So good luck finding a therapist. I've seen quite a few people that call themselves that, and they don't even have their own stuff in order. Like I said, I've never met somebody that used the term male gaze that wasn't riddled with personal issues specifically around men. Like you've been rejected a lot or whatever, and now you're trying to reject them before they can reject you. I don't care about looking good for you because you guys kept rejecting me. Next.
Well, we went to Target to see if we could get some new pants and...
Hi, it's Kelly, your Fat Positive Therapist, and if you don't follow that creator, they're amazing. Go follow them. They're talking a lot about Target and the show that is Target, and I wanted to kind of add another...
Don't you dare talk mess about Target.
...layer to it, in that I've been keeping a very close eye on Target sizing for the past couple of years because my body's been staying the same, which, whatever.
Ooh, get dunked on, fellow fat activists. My body's been staying the same, which is, it's just like whatever. It's not a big deal or anything. Humble brag much? Casual flex? Okay, I see you. My body hasn't really changed much over the past couple years. I've been keeping it at those sizes. You know how I do it. I don't know why I always got to do this shoulder thing, bro. One of these days, somebody's going to think I have some kind of medical condition. Like, whoa, what are you doing there? Are your shoulders okay? Oh my God, what's happening? I paused it at the perfect place right here. She's like, whatever, I just stayed the same thigh. It's not a big deal.
So I've noticed that for a while, I was able to squeeze into the 18s of the Wild Fables section. And then the next year, I wasn't able to.
So the sizes are changing. It's not you. You just said a moment ago you've been the same size, but all of a sudden you can't fit into the clothes this year that you fit into last year.
And then now, and then the next year after that, I was able to squeeze into the XXLs in like the bottoms.
Okay.
And now they've redone their entire sizing system to be a 17.
What does that mean? All plus sizes are just a 17 now. The thing that used to be an 18 and also a double XL, they're both just a 17 now. We don't go above a 17. Okay, that's weird.
Which is never something Target's ever done. And guess who can't fit in the 17?
But you fit into the XXL. Isn't a 17 bigger than that?
So basically, they keep making their sizes smaller and smaller and smaller.
I don't know, man. I find the opposite to be true. I don't know about Target, but like at Walmart, shirts that used to be called a medium are now called a small. So like if you were fitting into an 18 before, I would imagine that is now a 16. You sure it's the sizes that are changing and not, you? I don't know. I mean, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a microfiber.
So even if you did have access to it, you don't anymore, which, I mean, we should have been caring about this way before it directly impacts us. I just think it's an interesting thing to witness.
It is an interesting thing to witness. This is where we're focusing our energy. We have a really tough life.
And then the plus size section is just insanely small. Their clothes aren't cute. And so the only place we can shop is online.
Dude, those plus size clothes are cute. What do you mean? I found a little pair of Boom Boom shorts in there. They're the cutest thing I've ever seen.
And that is a pain and involves extra fiscal stressors. And
buying clothes online involves extra fiscal stressors. Dude, you just can't speak normally, right? Everything has to be some pretentious drivel.
If we ever want to like buy a house.
Fiscal stressors buying clothes online. I don't know, man. Amazon seems to have better prices than anybody else. I bet you go on Amazon right now and find some plus size clothes out the wazoo. Out the wazoo, my friend.
Halloween costume, like a special dress for something. We are scouring the internet, spending hours doing this.
I'm over here just sweating bullets, scouring the internet like this. Click, click. Oh, God. Oh, crap. Oh, all these sizes. Hold on, I gotta scroll the wheel. God, my finger is getting fatigued. Oh my God, how do you work that? This mouse is so heavy. Oh, I'm scouring this internet. Where can I find these plus size clothes?
To find things that fit. Not to mention that there's such little options that if you're at a fat related event, you're gonna.
How many fat-related events are there? And why was I not invited? I missed FatCon. That angers me quite a bit. I had to hang out with my dumb family. It made me miss FatCon. Damn it.
End up matching somebody. There's like no way you can't because there's only like 10 things for all of us to wear. Anyway, that is my Target rant.
Okay, so what I'm getting from that is that Target is very fat phobic and they keep shrinking all their sizes. Despite the fact that the average person keeps getting larger and larger, Target has taken a different approach and they're making all their sizes smaller for some reason. Walmart sizes keep getting larger and larger and larger, but not Target. Like I said, shirts that used to be called a medium at Walmart are now called a small. So if you go by those sizes, you might not have a very accurate representation of how you actually look. Last year I was a large, this year I'm a medium. I didn't even realize I lost all that weight, but apparently I did. Don't fall for it, man. These clothes just keep getting tighter and tighter year after year, but I weigh the same, I assure you. I haven't gained a pound. Next.
Hi guys, it's Kayla, Fat Positive Therapist,
Hi Kayla, the Fat Positive Therapist. It's me, the Cynical Dude.
And we gotta talk about Taylor Swift today. And I love Taylor Swift, so Swifties do not come after me.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me.
Been listening to her ever since she came out. Have all of her albums. But I woke up and I was super excited to listen to Midnights, and I watched the music video, and this happened.
Okay, that's the part of the music video where she steps on the scale and it says the word fat. I remember not too long ago when a bunch of fat activists got upset about that, even though they embraced the term fat. That's weird. She stepped on the scale and it says fat, But fat is a neutral term, and we like to refer to ourselves as fat, and it's not offensive like the word obese. So why is it problematic?
Why? Why did Taylor Swift need to use that word?
Because we like that word, and it's just a neutral descriptor, right? Are you not on this whole call me fat thing like everybody else, or?
Describe her deepest insecurity and deepest fear. How does she think her fans who are in larger bodies feel when they see that one of her biggest fears is being like them?
No, she stepped on the scale and it said fat. So from her perspective, she was overweight because she was battling an ED, you see. People with an ED might see themselves as fat even if they're not. And that's very disordered. That's a very disordered way of thinking. So this was just talking about that, you know. As a therapist, I would think that you would be well aware of people that have EDs and how when they don't want to be fat, it has nothing to do with anybody else. You're like, that's offensive to overweight people. You're not viewing this from the lens of a therapist and sympathizing with Taylor Swift's ED. You're too caught up in your own emotions, which is why you probably shouldn't be a therapist. You literally can't see the world beyond your own issues. How could you be a therapist? How could you help anybody else? Can't even help yourself.
How do you not realize that? And I empathize completely that she's struggled with ED stuff and...
No, you don't. Not at all. You're like, I am overweight, and she used the word fat. That was an attack on me.
But when you've struggled and you're in a thin body versus struggling in a larger body, there's a different experience.
What? So screw her deadly ED. People in a larger body have a different experience. Yeah. Can we remove her doctorate right now? My recommendation? Don't go to a therapist that's clearly riddled with personal issues. I don't care what sort of doctorate or degree you have. If you clearly aren't over your own issues, you don't have the capability of helping anybody else. You literally cannot. Your intentions might be to help people, but you can't. You literally can't see past your own lens, bro. You've
never had to live with that level of shame and hatred that the environment is giving you.
What? So screw your restrictive ED. I have feelings around obesity.
Fatness is political. You get treated completely different in a larger body.
Right, and people dealing with the deadly restrictive ED have a lot of issues as well. Your issues aren't more relevant than theirs because you have only experienced the world from your perspective.
And no matter how you feel about your body, how your body presents to the world is important. Because that's how people will perceive you and treat you. So this was not a hit for me, Taylor Swift. You could have put anything in there. You could have been like, not good enough. You could have...
I bet Taylor Swift saw that and was like, oh, the fat positive therapist didn't like it? Oh, dude, I'll change it immediately. It's not a hit for you? Oh, I care so much about your opinion, lady. Get dunked on.
Anything, but you put the word fat in there and it was derogatory.
No, it's neutral. We embrace the term fat. We like the term fat. We like to look in the mirror and say fat, 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 fat. Right? What happened to that? I thought we were embracing it.
And I just think that there was a better way to handle that.
Dude, Taylor Swift doesn't care.
Have a good day, guys.
If this person is your therapist, God help you. Like I've said, though, I wouldn't go to somebody that's clearly riddled with personal issues and ask them for life advice. I just wouldn't. There's this dude that I follow on Instagram. His name is Paul Bryson, Bryson. That's who I follow for life advice. That dude is dope. He's buff, and he just looks in the camera and he's like, look, you gotta rise above. The only thing holding you back is you. You gotta operate at a higher vibrational frequency. He's all dope, dude. He's so dope. I wouldn't go to a fat therapist because I see it as a sign that you have not dealt with your personal issues. And you have the audacity, strike that, the gall to give advice to others. And I thought we were embracing the term fat. What happened? So we should call ourselves and each other fat, but Taylor Swift is not allowed to call herself fat. What? Next.
5 words to help you advocate for yourself at the doctors as a fat person. That isn't my concern today.
I love how you have that ready to go before you even go there. I already know you're going to give me a bunch of nonsense today, Doc. That isn't my concern today. What, the heart attack? I think it's pretty relevant. I mean, it's very deadly. You're like on death's door right now. Maybe you should listen to me. That isn't my concern today. The diabetes, though? I mean, you got the diabetes pretty bad. Like, you got the stickiest blood that I've ever seen. We could barely even draw it out of you. It was so sticky. It was sticking to the sides of the syringe. That isn't my concern today. Your heart stopped beating like 5 minutes ago. I figured I would tell you, this is a pretty serious thing. We need to get the defibrillator out and start working it right now immediately or you're going to pass away. That isn't my concern today. Thank you. All right, well, she flatlined now. There's nothing more we can do for her. Not my concern today. That's... I like that one. I like that one a whole lot. That's fun. You go to the doctor and he's trying to tell you to stop smoking. You're like, all right, man. What are you? You're a doctor or whatever. Shut the hell up, all right? That's not what I'm here for today, okay? I'm here to get a prescription for more inhalers, not to be told to stop smoking, sir. Next. All right, now we've got a little bit of a fat-shaming story in here, just for fun, just for good old time's sake. Let's go.
When I was like 11, my friend's mom told me...
Don't lie. You didn't have a friend. Do-do-do. Shh. I'm just kidding. You had plenty of friends. I'm the one with no friends.
You'd be so pretty if you just lost a little bit of weight. And I was like barely chunky back then. Anyways, I never told my mom about it because her mom and my mom were best friends, and I knew that either one...
All right, let's discuss a little bit. What do you guys think about that? An adult said to an 11-year-old, you would be so pretty if you just lost weight. To me, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't really like that. I don't know. I don't think it was really that person's place, and I don't think it was going to have a positive impact on this child moving forward. I'm not saying it's the end of the world, you don't need to go cry about this for the rest of your life, but I don't think I would do that.
Anyways, I never told my mom about it because her mom and my mom were best friends, and I knew that either one, my mom would go off on her so hard that it would really affect their friendship, and I really just wasn't going to let that happen over some comment, or two, my mom would just never bring it up to her and it would hurt my feelings.
So you never brought it up because you were afraid of both possible outcomes. My mom might go off on her and that would suck. Or my mom might not go off on her and that would also suck because it would mean she doesn't care about me, I guess.
I never said anything. So fast forward 20 years later, I'm in my hometown for Christmas, and I don't think I've seen her since I started dating my boyfriend like 3 years ago. Everyone else has met him, and so they were talking about him, and she goes, show me a picture, I want to see what he looks like. And I just know that in her mind, she probably thought he was going to be like some uggo.
Okay, so is this the part where we stick it to her because our boyfriend is so hot? Or something.
Just some like gross dude. Anyways, I show her a picture of us at a wedding and he's wearing like a nice suit. And she goes, oh my God, he looks like a movie star.
Is this like a lot of people's fantasy or something? Like the people who didn't believe in you or thought that you were fat, one day you get a real hot man and you show them and they're like, oh my God, he's so hot, this is crazy. And he's with you? I am flabbergasted. You showed me. You definitely showed my stupid ass. Oh my goodness. I guess. I don't know, dude. He's so hot. Oh my God, this is crazy. You have value now. Your entire life has value now. I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know the power of having an attractive man and how it just turns your whole world around. I've only had ugly men.
And she just stared at him for like 2 or 3 minutes. And
no, the hell she didn't. Stop it. Stop.
I was like, see.
Oh, you did the little sassy head thing too? No, you didn't. Stop it. Stop. None of this happened.
Bitch, I didn't need to lose shit. My fat ass I could do whatever the I want.
Okay, so that's why you don't tell an 11-year-old, hey, you would be real pretty if you lost weight, because look, she's been holding on to this animosity her whole life, and now she feels the need to stick it to this woman many, many years later by having such a hot man. My man's so hot, what you gonna do now, bitch? What you gonna do now, my man's so hot? You should have just been like, yeah, he's hot. Why don't you get a little bit of a closer look at that photo? And then when she starts leaning her head down, you grab it and douche! Don't you ever not believe in me. I'll get the hottest man, you dumb bitch. And then everybody clapped. for super really reelers. Alright, so that was interesting. In the final saga, we learn how she got a hot man and finally stuck it to her friend's mom. Isn't it weird how something that somebody says can stick with you your whole life? How much of your life was influenced by that stupid thing that that person said to you that one time? How many decisions were based around that comment that that person made to you? So what do you guys think? Do you think the word flattering is just code word for thin? And everybody needs to stop trying to appeal to the male gaze? Also, is Target making everything smaller despite the fact that everybody's getting larger? Or is it us that is getting larger? Furthermore, is Taylor Swift problematic for calling herself fat, even though we embrace the term? Do you have to be at least a size 18? Is it okay to advocate for yourself at the doctor by saying, that's not what I'm here for, whatever the hell it was? That's not my concern today. And also, do you think it's appropriate to tell an 11-year-old that they would look better if they lost weight? Personally, I don't think so. I don't think that's chill. Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.